So apologies, everyone. There is a flood coming. I've been putting out a few things, but I'm going to put out a lot more. And holy cow, this is so mind-boggling. It's out there. It's out there. So let me just plug the channels real quickly. Please consider supporting this channel through channel memberships and through whatever means. Please consider looking at my other channels and giving those channels a chance. There is a lot to work through. So originally the idea was I was just going to do a Nora update. And as usual, Nora is mixed. But I gotta be honest, that video was actually not coming off too bad. I do have some questions about what she's up to. So let me give the brief context. So for a while now, Aaron and the Clearwater crew, and don't worry, we're going to be spreading the hatred on them real soon, have done these, well, frankly, not really serious protests. But listen, I am very generous. I'm like, protest is a protest. And they basically just get out with the Tom Cruise cutout and now more recently Krennic from Star Wars. I've found that really offensive and stupid, but we're not even going to be able to cover that because there are so many crazy, awful things happening, and I have to thank Nora. Not that she's actually also helping, but watching her video did alert me to this insanity. So what is happening? Well, and again, a lot of people are getting certain things wrong. And again, I am not local to this area, so I gotta be careful. I am not in Florida. I'm not from Florida. Never been to Florida. I think I was in Florida technically once. I was at a hotel when I was a kid because we were on. Anyway, the point is, I've only been in Florida, to my knowledge, once. I have kind of good memories of that hotel, but it was a while ago. I was very young. That's important because you really should have local people discussing this, but we got to weigh in because this is insane. So the church apparently is going to take over another downtown street in Clearwater. It's apparently South Garden. Hope I'm getting all these details straight. It has actually come up for a council meeting. The council meeting did have some locals protesting the movement, including Mark Bunker. Although I want to be critical of Bunker, he's not exactly the hero people think he is either. But at least Bunker does do quite a lot at the local level. Now, think about this, and again, Nora's not any different. You say, "Hey, happy St. Patrick's," yada 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 yada. Aaron just put out a photo of him and Jenna saying, "Oh my God, we're happy, we're smiling." Nothing about this. Nothing about this. Apparently, this has been going on for months and months. The church has been eyeing Garden Street, and apparently, they are very close to taking it over. And they're offering the city something to get it. Apparently, they want a huge section of it to build an auditorium. And I literally just found out about this, like, I'm not joking, like 30 minutes ago. So I did my due diligence, double checking, and sure enough, this has been reported on by several people. But of course, Tony Ortega, who specializes more and more in Scientology than other reporters, did at least one article. Mark Bunker has spread the good word. But again, I have to give credit where credit is due. Some of Nora's followers alerted her saying, "Hey, they're taking over Clearwater." And Nora was like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" And sure enough, some of her allies or people, Ganja Girl, and so on and so forth, have some videos on this. This is pretty insane. So, good faith, Bunker was there protesting at because apparently there's like a lot of council meetings. I've only done this a little bit in my old days doing some journalism. Again, I don't want to overbrag. One of the assignments was, go to a local city council meeting. I was actually caught in like a political scandal because these people were rising up to the local elites, and there was like this big corruption scandal I barely know anything about. So it's like, that was interesting. And I was spoken to in the corridor saying, "Yeah, you need to cover this. This is really big." It's like, oh, wow. So, yeah, a lot of always happens at these council meetings. So everyone was giving a little bit of time. Bunker spent his portion, of course, giving the anti-Scientology side. Interestingly, some people spoke in behalf of this. Some people were for this. So I want to be accurate because I know people are doing propaganda. It is what it is. Obviously, most people were against it, but Aaron, as far as I can see, did not show up. There were quite a few people. And I know people keep getting angry when I note this, but I don't know. People need to, calm down. But from what I can see, it's skewed towards the elderly. There were a few relatively middle-aged people, but this did seem more of the, what are we going to call them? People at least in their 40s and up who were attending this council meeting, no young activists, no young people at all. There's also kind of strange people even opposing this for the reasons. For instance, one black woman was that the problem was not even Scientology, but that apparently Clearwater has quite an interesting black history, and that giving up the street would mean surrendering another part of African American history. That was fascinating, but it's like, okay, so I guess if the Scientologists accommodate the black history thing, she might actually be for it. So, yeah, this is a mess. This is a mess. And to be fair, this apparently did spring very recently on some people. And this meeting was, we're going from my time. This is Eastern time, right? Eastern time, USA time. So this is like 11 hours ago. Probably when you're going to get this, it'll be 13, 14 hours. So it's not technically a done deal. There are contingencies, whether it will or will not happen, but apparently it looks like it will happen. So I actually want to be fair, but it's hard to be fair at all. So Aaron did a recent video on how in Michigan the citizens are resisting Scientology. Oh, and you'll love this. He began the video giving a shout out to his sponsor. So I don't want to make this too much the focus. You're not making that much money. There you goes. Right. Puff Daddy made a lot of money. But that's the kind of fandom that Aaron has attracted. It's like, oh, there you go. Aaron's making more money than you are. There you goes. Well, yeah. Now let's get down to the message, because I keep getting you get the I mean, I guess people are really that stupid. So let me lay it out for the really thick people. Aaron, local to Clearwater, Florida. Church, Scientology, taking over a street, Clearwater, Florida. You get it? You get it? What is Aaron doing, or what did Aaron do? Nothing. Apparently nothing. But I don't want to say nothing, because even that's being too generous. He put out a post about him and Jenna. Happy St. Patrick's! And he did a recent video on Michigan. Giving a shout out to a sponsor. My sponsor is a wallet, X-Star. Oh my God, guys, the color of the X-Star, the Platinum Editions. Help Iranis, go to X-Star. I will be getting to X-Star, Aaron. I'll be giving them a lot of emails telling them what a neo-fascist moron and complete scam artist and con person you are. And now maybe they need to stop sponsoring neo-fascist narcissistic abuse. And yes, Nora has really ruined that phrase, narcissistic abuse, but that's what this is. Because you got to be brutal. Like, what does Aaron do? He doesn't do anti-Scientology, but what does he do? Well, he plays these clown tricks. You know, he gets out with Tom Cruise and babbles. You know, no, seriously, that's what he does. He helps predators. He is a predator. And he gets out with a Tom Cruise cutout. And now he's threatening to sue a former friend to shut her up. Paraphrasing, the direct quote is, shut her the F up. Why? Because she's criticizing his scandals. Of course, the stupid person might be, maybe stop creating scandals. No, I'm the Church of Iranis. I need to create more scandals. Okay. And his excuse all the time is like, God, I'm David Miscavige's worst nightmare. David Miscavige in the church has been doing this for years and years and years. This is not a new thing. The more you do research, they've been taking over large parts of Clearwater. What has Aaron done to stop this? Nothing. What is he doing to stop this? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. They just had a council meeting. Want to repeat for the people who are a little thick. He is local to the area. Right? And some people was getting soccer. How could you say you're heroic compared to Iranis? Iranis gives money to the victim. If his foundation only helped one person, he did more than you. Okay. Well, let's look at Clearwater. The record is showing they are taking over more and more of Clearwater. Right? Now, here's a fundamental fact. I've been to Florida once, as far as I know, in my life. My knowledge and experience and actual standing in Florida is like very small. I know people who went to Florida, people who vacation there. That is it. I am not in Florida. I'm not a local resident or citizen of Florida. So my actual ability to stop this is very limited. Now, if you guys want to shell out, yeah, we'll put up a Patreon goal, like raise $100,000 for me to move to Florida, and then I can do intense research there near Clearwater. Hey, let's do that. But let's be honest, is that even plausible? Probably not. Aaron has been local to that area for years and years and years. He has a responsibility. This is supposed to be a president of a foundation helping the ex-Scientology, helping them. Why? Oh, the church really hurt. Oh my God, the church is so. Well, this don't make any sense. You're the president of a foundation allegedly helping the victims of Scientology, and the Church of Scientology is getting bigger and bigger and taking over larger parts of the city you have been tied to for years. And your recent videos and posts, it's about me and Janet and the bravery of the people in Michigan. Where's the Clearwater crew? I don't understand this. You're doing, and by the way, double checking that video, I don't see any signs about this. I didn't see any signs. It was like, oh, honk your horn if you think Scientology. Nothing about South Garden Street. Nothing about them creating a new auditorium. And I'll be fair, because again, I'm not local to the area. They were on Pier Street. So were they on South Garden? Because again, I just don't know the area. I would imagine they were near, literally right at the Fort Harrison Hotel that they took over decades ago under Hubbard. So, and by the way, I looked it up. You know where they are? If I'm correct, they were a block away. South Garden is 1 block away from where they were. Why didn't they go over there and protest there? Nah, no. What was he doing at the protest? Threatening Nora. He wasn't even concentrating on Scientology. They were like, I'm looking out for John Travolta. John Travolta nearby. That's Aaronis. That's your hero. But I'm the bad guy. Oh, he's making money and helping people. Really? Ask the Clearwater citizens how much help he's been giving. What his heroism has come down to. Oh, the church just took over. How's that possible? Super Aaronis is there to protect us. I don't know. Super Aaronis just failed us again. Again, another failure.